Hello, everyone. Welcome to this unique podcast show. Today, we have a special guest with us, Mrs. Suma Sridhar. Mrs. Suma has got a vast 20 years of experience in teaching. She is also a soft skill trainer, a mindset coach, a motivational speaker, and a quote writer, and of course, an aspiring author. She got a Best Table Topic Toastmaster Award, 10x Speaker Award, and Best Impromptu Speaker Award on Clubhouse. There are a lot of things which Sumaji is bringing with her. So, welcome, Sumaji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sumaji, first of all, we would like to learn from you that how was your childhood and how you entered into the education career.
Yeah. So, from my childhood days, I never imagined I'll become my better version, whatever I am now. So, I was very shy and very silent in my childhood days and gone through lot of complications, lot of challenges, but still I had a strong determination to overcome everything and present myself and groom up in this way with a strong belief that everything is possible when you have a right mindset and when you take up the challenges in the positive way and work on it with the hard work and effort. So that is how I have born and brought up and in Bangalore. And my childhood days was nothing very special, just as usual, normal. But I had lot of complications and other things to other things were there, but still I can do it. So that confidence level has grown up now after teaching 20 years to my students, and
Right.
it gave me lot of experience and learnings also.
Right. Would you like to share one or two incidents, some good memories about out of your long teaching experience?
Yeah, there are a lot of good memories with my teaching experience. So many things I have learned from my students, and a lot of things were there. So usually they used to see me in a very different manner. They never try to talk to me very freely with me because I was very strict. And I wanted to bring discipline in the students. So my intentions were good, but my way of conveying the message was not that good. So
I
I
can
just
I
wanted to focus on that actually. So bringing up discipline, but in a proper way, it is to be told in a positive way. If we can do it, it will definitely happen. But I was more into other aspect, so that had changed my lifestyle now, and I'm seeing progress in my career also now.
you have reminded me to my own teachers in my school days.
Yeah, usually I can't forget my students. All the batches students, they come and meet us and they tell, ma'am, you have given such a guidance, some ethical values, moral values, and all. Though there are disadvantages and advantages in expressing their thoughts in a different way, but still they love us, and we take care those children as my children only. So that bondage is there. That bondage we can create, and we are grooming them in a better way
Right,
every
right,
day.
right. Actually, in my opinion, last 20 years of experience in teaching line you have, and these are the 20 years where we have seen a big transformation in education. The time when even I was in schools and now I am in my profession. So that time the schooling and the teaching was totally different, and now the teaching is totally different. So you have actually seen the transformation. So what difference you see from when you begin your teaching career and now in the whole education system?
Yeah, there are a lot of changes. When we started in my profession, when I started in my profession, there were different set of rules and regulations, and the academic wise, the study pressure for the children, it was not that type of thing what we had when I had studied in the normal education. But now we have different sectors of ICSE, CBSE, and other stream of CBSE. Lot of academic schedules are there, and it is very difficult for the child also to cope up with the syllabus, and also for the teachers to prepare well so that they can present well in front of the children with all aspects, not only the academics as well as the moral, molding the character, moral values, ethical values, and all those. So it's really a challenging job, I would say. One of the noblest profession is teaching, but one of the toughest job is teaching, because we mentally and physically interact with the children in all aspects. So it is very much necessary for all of us to understand how we can build our bright future in the children in a proper way. So
Yes.
it's really amazing experience I had in all these 20 years. And we cannot compare our childhood days, the teaching methodology what we were applying that time, and now it is entirely, it is a different uh, way of, we need to follow the methodology and we need to upgrade ourselves. It is
Yeah.
not enough that what we were teaching earlier, it is not the same. Every day it is a advancement of technology. So
Right.
every day we need to learn and implement, and then we need to focus on how we can improve ourselves to give our best.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. I mean, I can simply say that I have the highest regards for the teachers, not only my own teachers, but the teachers who are serving the nation right now. So my elder sister is also a teacher, and actually, I wanted to be a teacher in my school days, and still there is a teacher, you know, deep in my heart. So I have the highest respect. Yes, this is the most noble profession, I would say, maybe like
Yeah, thank
doctors
you.
and teachers,
Uh,
definitely.
yes,
Yeah.
we are all frontline workers to help the betterment of society.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
think nowadays the education is not only just knowing something from the books, but we are actually building the students for future. We are making them ready for the future, because it is a fast changing world. Yeah.
yeah.
So Sumaji, according to you, what is the importance of right education at the right time?
Yeah, right education should contain not only the academics, more of the life skills we need to develop in children. So, because we are seeing so many children are packed up with the syllabus, more on syllabus, and no physical activity, and they always with the social media, with the mobiles, with the other things, and they are not interacting with the parents, especially the children must interact with the parents. So parents also should give time for their children, that after coming from the regular routine, how they can ask the child in a better way that what has happened in the entire day, to collect the data, as well as how they can work with the children so that the child can grow up in a better manner. So the education system not only focus on academics, but it has to be like the life teaching value should be included. That can give more confidence to the child, that they can develop the thinking habit, a good thinking habit, and they can develop the moral values and imbibe good characters to become a good human being. So rather than only focusing on marks, it is also, it would be better that if we add some value education as we had in our childhood days, the moral education and everything. So if it is mandatory for everything, everybody, then it can bring some changes in the society and
Yeah,
also the overall development of the child.
wonderful. So Sumaji, from your experience, since you are in teaching line and students actually also need a lot of focus in studies. So, what is your point of view? What is your opinion? How important the focus is in studies, and not only in studies, but in as a teacher also.
Yes, so it is very important to focus both the side, teaching level as well as from the student level also. Because if you don't involve yourself in a complete focused manner, that is concentrated towards teaching or preparation or anything, so you can't get the productive result in that way. Because when you are teaching, you need to forget everything other factors that maybe it is causing for you due to some emotional aspect or due to some other background. So you have to be completely involved in such a way that you should forget yourself, that where are you, what are you doing. You are teaching at the classroom, you be in that level. If you are in the other side, so be there. So you need to understand this factor very clearly, that when you are focused towards teaching or when you are focused towards reading, you have to give your 100% involvement in that. So otherwise you cannot get the productive result what you wanted to achieve. That is very important. You have to stay focused. If you want to teach, you need to be completely focused in teaching. So if you are in learning mode, completely be in the learning mode, completely focused on your concentration without any distraction, without any other factors. Don't allow any other factors to come into that, uh, that can distract your studies or your concentration level.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. I mean, from my own experience, I have seen that if you are really focused, actually you learn fast. And if
Yes,
you are distracted, then your learning process is actually bit slow, and you have to go through the things many number of times. But if you are really
yes,
focused, you can also learn and remember the things even with the first revision itself. That's a great thing actually. And Sumaji, what is the mission of your life? You have been engaged in many motivational speeches and engagements on social media, and you're also
yes.
keynote speakers in many events. So, what is the mission of your life?
So I am on my mission to transform 1 million people to have a positive mindset and also to overcome the fear of public speaking. So we are seeing many students or many people who are not able to face the camera, or they are very shy because of low confidence, because of communication skills, and so many things. So I suffered a lot in this journey. So I don't want others to suffer in that way. So I want to give solution for them to have a healthy mindset and can speak better, can get confidence, and can progress in their life.
Would you like to share maybe one incident where it became a hurdle for you, the kind of mindset you were having earlier, and now with the updated version, with the new mindset which you adapted, how you are able to do it
Yeah,
better?
yes, yes, sure. So all these years, I had already posted many videos based on this. So again, I'll be repeating this factor because this is the question I need to answer now. So all these years, I was just thinking that I can only teach the children with the subject matter and not very much towards my passion and vision and mission. So when I explored myself, I had lot of skills actually. I never knew that I can motivate others or I can inspire every day with the positive vibration. I can give it to people. So once I started to discover myself, what are the other skills I had, then I came to know that I'm lagging behind in my communication skills. So how I can work on it. So immediately I took one action, how I can improve my communication skill by joining Toastmasters Club. And I worked consistently making videos and posting positive quotes. All this helped me. And also reading self help books. That gave me so much confidence that I can do it. Nothing is impossible. And I can also boost people to take some action, massive action, so that they can do better in their life.
Right, that's correct. So
Also, I would like to share one
yeah, please.
experience, small experience. So first day when I enrolled to Toastmasters Club, so suddenly they told to speak on one topic. That time I was not this much confident to come on the stage and speak. So then what I did, just they gave the topic, impromptu speaking. I went on the stage with a lot of nervousness, and I was not able to just deliver my message. Just I saw everyone, and then with the great courage, just I told one sentence. The speech is about a pen seller. The topic was given to me was pen seller. So I
Mhm.
have to convince the audience to buy my pen. So I was selling a pen as a role. I have to take up the role as a pen seller. Then I spoke one sentence, so that made me to get award in that actually. So I told my family is starving. Please, can you buy a pen and help me? So this was the statement I made with really. I imagined myself as a very poor person, and also I don't have money to buy food also. So that was the condition. I involved myself in that situation. That made me to understand how the situation makes for the man to take up some challenges and how they can strive. So this was the point where I also realized it, and I myself went through different stages of my life, analyzed myself, where how I was and how I can proceed. So this was the incident which gave me the award.
This is a wonderful incident, and the way you have handled that for the very first time. I mean, adding emotions into selling a pen business is really a great thing. And now, actually, nowadays we see that emotions play a big role in industry, because now they are not only talking about IQ, they are also talking about EQ, emotional quotient. Maybe nowadays they are also talking about SQ, spiritual quotient. So you have you have adapted uh, this very well. Great insights, ma'am. So, Sumaji, coming back to your mission, as you said that your mission is about mindset, and you want to transform 1 million lives through mindset transformation. So, exactly, I mean, what do you mean by mindset, and what kind of mindset normally people have, which actually don't allow them to become what they can be, the real potential, and how can they unlock the potential, how can they actually transform the mindset, and some insights into that.
Yeah, sure. So, what happens usually, since we have ingrained in our belief system that from the beginning we set ourselves a boundary within ourselves that we are able to achieve only up to certain extent, and with the normal education, then getting settled down in job and doing the normal routine. So we never analyze ourselves that what best we can do to the society or what best we can help people in different ways. Though we have skills, though we have potentials, it is very difficult for a person to come out of that boundary, the mind fence, and open that fence and come out of that comfort zone. So we have all the skills actually within ourselves. So how to find out is nothing but by taking action, by reading books, by the best practices of doing affirmation, telling ourselves that you are the best person, you are able to do it every day consistently. Not it is not a single day journey, I would say. So every day consistently, if you keep on telling yourself that you can do better, you can achieve more, and you have all the capabilities, then we can figure out by listing out some of the skills what we have already within ourselves. So it is not within one day we cannot figure out actually. So it is a continuous process. Then we can find out the solution. But everything matters that first you should have belief in yourself that you are going to achieve. That is very important thing. So many of us, we have seen now in the many people around us that though they have abilities, they are not ready to accept the fact that they can do it. So that is lack of belief system. They won't believe themselves that they can do it.
Maybe stuck up stuck up in their own boundaries made by themselves, the mental boundaries.
Yes, yes, yeah,
So I think you are
that's
talking about breaking those boundaries and coming out of that.
yes, correct. So they
So
can unlock their potential with the
yeah,
right process, and then they can discover their passion, how they can acquire different skills. Skills can be learned at any age and at any time. Only we need to have for everything. Mindset is the main basement for everything. Then they can build anything on that. It's like
yeah,
a big concrete strong structure.
yeah, correct. But I will tell you from my own experience. I mean, mindset is something which is, let's say, for a 25-year-old man, last 25 years he has been conditioned by the society, by the environment, parenting,
Yes.
schooling, peers, and many other factors. So there is a certain kind of conditioning already built in. And now, actually, until somebody first of all realize that yes, he need to upgrade himself, he need to change the mindset. First of all, the realization itself is very rare, very difficult. And secondly, once somebody has realized that, it is very difficult to come out of that boundary walls. So how do you suggest normal people that how they can actually work on their realization part, as well as how can they come out of this uh, mental boundaries?
Yeah. Actually, they have to retune their programming. That's all. Nothing great they can do. First, they need to reprogram their whatever process they had developed earlier. They have to retune that, and then based on that, they can build the new skills. So, first and foremost thing is understanding themselves, the self discovery process. Self discovery process helps them to at which stage they are, whether they are completely with the old belief system, they are not ready to accept the new or new demands or whatever according to their interest, whether they are at which level we need to understand a person. So, what factors are there? What are the social influences, or how they have been grown up in that way? So, when we analyze that one, then we can suggest that. So, what are the improvements they can upgrade themselves, and how they can proceed with the normal routine, as well as how to balance both the situation at workplace as well as the towards their passion, how they can work on it. So there is a procedure, there is a right process to follow that. So understanding is very important. Then self-discovery process that will give the uh, main idea how they can proceed.
You also mentioned that uh, you should also go through self-help books. So would you like to suggest some self-help books for mindset transformation to the audience?
Yeah, definitely. There are many books I read. In that, one of the main book is 80% Mindset and 20% Skills by Dev Gadvisa. Then we have 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Then we have Psycho-Cybernetics from Maxwell. So many books are there which can boost us every day by removing the negative scars, how to improve our thinking process in a positive manner, how to see in a positive manner everything in a different perspective. So we always grumble that our this the workplace is not proper. We are not getting proper input from there, or we are working hard, but we are not getting the correct proper. We are not deserving for that. All those just negative thinking. But if we go through this realization process, then we can understand what best I am doing for them, or how I can change my thinking into positive way. That will be the realization factor there.
Right. Thanks for sharing that. And we have also seen that you got a great energy level. So, what is the secret of your energy level? Would you like to share with the audience?
Always
Yeah,
I
please.
will be in my present status now, thinking always myself as a best person, and always staying happy, no worries at all now. Though I don't have any luxury or anything in different factors, but I will think that I don't have any worry. Right now, what I am. That's all. The present moment. I'll enjoy each and every moment of life now. Thinking only about the present, forgetting about the past. That is the secret of my energy.
I think you have mastered the art of living in present. Wow, that's wonderful, Sumaji.
Thank you so much for the opportunity you had given, and I think many of who are watching this show definitely will get energy from me and take action.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I would also like to thank you, Sumaji. Thank you so much for coming to this particular show and sharing your insights um, and the great actions which audience can take, or somebody who want to transform himself as a from his existing
Better
mindset to
version.
a
Yeah.
better version. Then these things are definitely going to be helpful. Thank you so much for being on the show.